Not the best week I've ever had. I'll tell you how it went. Hi everybody, it's Dave here, Amber Logistics, and today is Thursday, the 11th of April, which is unusual for me to start a video on a Thursday, because I normally do a week kind of in the life. But there is a reason for that, and the reason for that is that all the videos that I made during the week, I've managed to delete, because I'm a complete and utter knobhead when it comes to things of an IT nature. So I was clearing my phone of old photographs and things like that, of freight and things that I've taken, and managed to also delete the videos I've done. So unfortunately, I'm going to give you a brief monologue of the week as it's gone up to now, because today will be the last day for me anyway. And to be perfectly honest, it's not been a great week for me. It's not my crowning glory this week, and I'll run through how it went. But I am a little bit disappointed. But you get this from time to time, and you just have to take it on your chin, or chins in my case, and move on. So Monday started off with just the one job, but it was a decent job. And I got that off my own customers, who know that I like to get back home on a Monday at a good time, because I rehearse with my band. And so therefore, they gave me a job picking up in the Lincolnshire area, which was kind of between Lincoln and Skegness, and take some freight back to Trafford Park to an air freight place, because it was going to go on to lands afar. And I did it. It's all straightforward. Picked it up, dropped it off, and I was home in good time to rehearse with the lads. Tuesday was not a bad day. Tuesday, I had work from my customers, which involved collecting from the Wythenshawe area, South Manchester, collecting some freight and take it to a customer's, I'll just have a quick look there, I can't remember where it was, in the Stoke area, that kind of area, and collect some other freight that had been delivered there in error. So I basically took them the correct stuff and picked up the wrong stuff that they got, and I was going to take that on to Leeds. But at the same time, I also picked up some hazardous freight from not far away, and on the way to Leeds, I was dropping that in Manchester, Trafford Park, and then carried on to Leeds and dropped that correct freight at the right place. So it's quite well paid, all that. But it also got me done and dusted for lunchtime. And I managed to secure myself a job that I've done before via the CX, which is a hazardous load. And it literally goes around the corner. It's 0.8 miles. And I've done it before, and I put my minimum charge for an ADR load on it, and it doesn't take any time at all. And I got that. So that meant the day, pay-wise, was a cracking day. And got me home again early. Fantastic. However, when I got home, I don't know why, but I felt a bit rough. I felt a bit jaded, and decided I'm just going to go and have a lie down for an hour or two. And I lied down about, 3:30, 4 o'clock, and woke up at 8. Came downstairs and decided to watch the football, because Man City were playing Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the European Cup. Managed to watch it for about, the first half for a bit. I thought, I'm knackered. I'm still knackered. And I went to bed early. But I also told my customers, look, I don't know how I'm going to get on tomorrow, whether I'll be working or not. Best off leave me out of it. But they did say, look, we're quiet anyway. And when I woke up, having had a mountain of sleep yesterday, obviously I've missed the boat with my own customers. I didn't feel too bad. But I thought, well, I'll have a stab on the old Courier exchange. Try and pick up a bit of work on the Courier exchange. And I bid, and I bid, and I bid, and I didn't get a sniff. Eventually I bid on one job, which was a hazardous load. And got it. And then for them to ring me back and say, oh, they've changed it now. They want it Thursday instead. Can you still do it? So which I said yes. So that was rescheduled in for Thursday, i.e. today. And I got no work whatsoever. So I decided that I'll write the day off and I'll go and run some errands. So I went and did some jobs that needed doing. Bought myself some hair clippers. Not that I need it for the top half, but my face is getting a bit overgrown. And bought some gear for the van, some new spare bulbs for the van and things like that. Got the van washed. General things like that. So occupied, but didn't get any income at all. And today, it's not been bad. Today has been a pretty good day. I did not have any work off my own customers because I had that hazardous load booked in, which was really well paid. I had to get myself to Liverpool, pick up and go to Heysham, and I'd priced the job from my house to Liverpool to Heysham. It was really well paid, and I got myself into Heysham late morning. Delivered it to the docks there at Heysham to a customer that's based at the docks. And thought, well, there's not going to be any work around here, near Markham area. I'll make my way towards Preston and see if we can pick something else up. And as I was doing that, my own customers rang me and said, can you do a collection for us in Accrington to the airport if you're free? It's not due till 1 though, you can't. So I thought, well, that's okay. I'll head there, stick the old food warmer on because I had a nice bit of chilli lined up. I thought, I'll eat my lunch and then go in and pick it up. Well, I got there pretty early. I ate my lunch and thought, well, I'll go in anyway and see if I can get it early. And it was ready and they let me have it. So I loaded on 2 large pallets and I took them to the airport, delivered them to the air freight company, and it was still, not late, early afternoon, and thought if I could pick up another job now, that'll top the money up and make it a reasonable day. And a job came up on the Courier exchange just like it does for Saintsman, and it was literally across the road from where I was, and it was going to Preston, 26 miles. But I put a cheeky minimum charge bid on that, and I got it. And it was actually picking up from a place I pick up lots of times from my own customer. In fact, they were surprised to see me come up and get it. Got myself to Preston, got it delivered, really straightforward. 1 big pallet, off it came. Started to head home. Went on the M65, going towards home, and I saw a job on the Courier exchange going from Darwin, where I was 10 minutes away from it. And it was going to near Chester to a big air company, a big airplane manufacturer. We all know who it is. And I've been there before for my own customers. And I thought, I put a really, really cheeky bid on this. As in, I didn't think anyone would fancy it at this time. It was now after 4. And I put a cheeky bid on it, and they've given me. So I'm doing it now. That's what I'm doing now. I've picked it up. I've got 3 really big boxes, but they don't weigh much. You find a lot of aircraft stuff is really light. And I'm taking it there. I'll get there probably around 6ish. By the time I've offloaded and got home, it's going to be 7:30. But a good day's takings. But that'll be it for the week for me, because tomorrow I'm off. I'm having a day off tomorrow. I have a gig with the band, the Ambaliers, and we are performing it's unusual that we perform on a Friday, but as part of our world tour of Oldham, we've got a gig at the Springhead Sports and Social Club. So if any of you guys are local or in the northwest and fancy a free night out with some free music, come on down and come and support us. We're on at 8:30 till you get bored, so you'll probably be leaving at 25 to 9. But we'll just be performing some bangers and some well-known tunes. And if you're up for it, come down and say hello. You're always going to be welcome. Anyway, that's enough of that cheeky little plug. So the upshot of all this is that the week itself, I've basically made just about the minimum. Obviously, I didn't work Wednesday and Fridays are off the cards as well. But I've just about cleared the minimum I need to pay my running costs and pay my wages, but with zero over extra. So that's the way it goes. The Wednesday was a disappointment, not being able to get any work at all. I don't know why. I naively thought that Wednesday would be busy because it was Eid, wasn't it? So obviously a lot of the Muslim drivers would be off celebrating Eid. So I kind of hoped that because there's quite a few drivers off, there'd be more work for everyone. But it wasn't the case. It just wasn't busy. So is it a lag over from the Easter holidays? Because I know some kids are still off. I don't know. I can't put a finger on. But I could not get a bid. Couldn't get a bid at all. Was I bidding too high? Was I being too greedy? I don't think so. I was keeping them reasonable. But I wasn't the only one who struggled getting any work. So I just put it down to it was slack. And that's it. So that's it for the week. Bit boring, I know. I'm sorry. I have noticed actually that recently the viewership has been slacking off a bit. And is that because the format I've got now, this kind of week in the life of, is it a bit boring? I don't know. You tell me. If you think that you'd like to see something different, please let me know and we'll see if we can change it. I have had someone ask me about covering ADR, which I've done before, but I will do it again, maybe updated, maybe try and make it simple and easy to understand for people like me. Basically, if I can understand it to a degree, anyone can understand it. But if there's anything else you think you'd like covering, then, let me know in the comments, put it in. I hope that you will have had a better week than I did, those who work in this industry. But we didn't make a loss, so I suppose that's a benefit. But we'll try again next week. It's only going to be a half a day Monday because I'm booked into the dentist. I've actually managed to get myself into a dentist. I've not had a dentist for about 6 years. I don't know what happened, but it turned out that I was signed off from the dentist I was in. I think it was all around COVID time, and I just didn't get an appointment. And I just naively assumed that they would contact me, and they never contacted me. And because I never had any issues, basically, they kind of took me off the books. But I've managed to get back in, and I've got an appointment to see them for a checkup on Monday at 2:30. Yes, 2:30. Chinese dentist, but they're not Chinese. So I'm not going to spurn that opportunity because, as we know, it's a devil's own job getting into a dentist nowadays, an NHS dentist. And if you have something goes wrong, you either have to go to an emergency butcher's or you have to go private, which obviously is really expensive. So I'm glad to have got back in. I'm not going to spurn this opportunity, so I'm going to attend that appointment, make sure I do. So I'll be available to work half a day, and that's it. Dentist, and then probably back rehearsing with the chaps, and then working, towards another gig. Anyway, so I hope I've not bored you too much with this. I'm sorry it was just in one long, boring monologue. Thank you for watching anyway. Give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. That helps the videos get out there. And if you fancy it, you can always subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.